Thank you, Kate, and welcome to the Hammer on a night where the Jays down the road 1-0. It's all up for grabs in the East as Hamilton looks to lock down top spot in the division for the first time since 2019 against the REDBLACKS, who would love to play spoiler.
Put them in position, win games when they win the turnover margin on top of the touchdowns.
Great starting field position here for Hamilton, who gets the running game going as Greg Bell turns his legs and
leads also the team in interceptions with 3.
Kenny Lawler waggles down as they hand it off inside. Greg Bell gets another touch.
Works hard every day.
Bo gets this one out quick. It is complete. And DeAndre Smith gets his first grab of the ball game. Distinguishing factor in his game day fit. As downhill, Brendan Revenberg, 2nd and 5 here for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, trying to lock down first place in the East Division this evening. And Bo, touchdown! Tim White into the end zone. Got nicked as he was throwing, but Bo Levi Mitchell on point as he has his 35th touchdown pass of the season.
He's just got to clean up the interception, but you got to lead him on touchdown drives. That's what they're struggling with, the long balls.
Completing passes as well as this one is complete to Braylon Addison.
Nice read by Tyree Adams.
Tremendous season for the Hamilton Tiger Cats when he was healthy and at his best. Is this one picked off? And it comes back the other way. A big hit dropped by Addison. But immediately Deshaun Amos. When Bo's looking left and Kenny's using the waggle to the right, do you really believe Bo's looking to the left for a purpose? That's the question maybe facing playoff defenses moving forward, as now he rips this one to Shamar Bridges, underused this year because of Lawler's explosion, but inside the 15-yard line fence. It's 1st and 10 after the Bridges catch. Into his hands quickly. It is Greg Bell between Mitchell and Lawler in this tremendous season that they've had. As Mark Leggio,
speaking of tremendous seasons,
he's probably one of the best offensive linemen in the CFL. We told Rev that. He said, yeah, I'm not going to let him butter me up before I play against him. I'm not going to take any compliments from anybody, as Greg Bell deserves plenty of compliments for the jump cut to the outside here and steps out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 23-yard running, now just 15 yards away from 1,000 on the season for Greg Bell as Bo Levi Mitchell with pressure coming, checks this one down underneath. Staying defensive player Javon Santos Knox, former Hamilton Tiger Cat himself, is now Bo Levi Mitchell rips this one to the corner, and whether it's zone or man, they're just so focused on Kenny at all times.
Well, the underneath people should definitely be like, give them the hitch, play the corner route.
As this one knocked through, battling back after a difficult Labor Day Classic loss when they went on the road and ran the football against Montreal. Plenty of different reasons for Tiger Cats fans to be excited as this one zipped in by Tyree Adams.
But locate the football.
Adams, toughness beyond his 6'1", 180 size is downhill Destin Talbert. Tyree Adams looks to throw once again and rips this one, intercepted. Second of the ball game, and Reggie Stubblefield has it. Looking for maybe somebody to lateral to, but now will take off right up the middle. Now he does chuck it backwards. Stavros Katsantonis crosses the 50 and nearly has the football punched out by Khalil Pimpleton. Bo Levi Mitchell with another short field here, inside a minute remaining. Bo Levi Mitchell gets this one out complete. And diving forward, we do not want to leave that up to Montreal to lose against Winnipeg coming up tomorrow. Is this one complete? Shamar Bridges catches it at the 20, and they'll play 2nd down and 8. And Mitchell with the snap, bouncing off the hands. And at the bottom of the pile there, Bo looks like he wasn't able to get back on top of it. So Bo sees one let go, and inside run gets stacked up here. And
those mistakes in the playoffs versus some of the other teams.
Tyree Adams with pressure on, checks it underneath. William Standback makes the grab.
They're going to get first downs on 2nd and medium.
They'll go with a flea flicker here. Inside to Standback, then Adams looking over the top. Justin Hardy! And Hardy dives to make the grab.
By Tyree Adams.
As Tyree Adams looks to throw, dances out of the pocket here on 1st and 10 down the field, and with limited options, cuts back. Gets wrapped up and thrown down.
This job interview for him is show I can put the ball in tight places like he did on the flea flicker.
Drew Brown and Dustin Crum watching on as Tyree Adams goes to work, rips this one outside, comeback route complete, and just putting his head down. He might be small, but never afraid of contact.
But a great location and great throw by Tyree.
Roll to the right once again, set it up for Standback into the flats, dives to the end zone, and touchdown REDBLACKS.
Very similar play to the play Destin Talbot made a big stop on. Get the ball on a behind the line of scrimmage play. Let your receivers block. Get it to William, stand back, and let him turn his shoulders up and get in the end zone.
They'll work it. They'll figure it out. Just glad he's not a Jet, I'm sure, at this point for A-Rod. Just know other players that are sitting in that same room have appreciation for as he makes that one on first down. Now 2nd and 9. And a check down underneath. Catch and run, trying to make a tackler miss, and he does, but Smith slides down. Headed into the playoffs for the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Taylor Powell, the backup quarterback, Bo Levi Mitchell, now 35 passing touchdowns on the season after throwing one to Tim White early on in this ball game. Looks for the wide side this time. And Mitchell with flags flying on the snap, looks over the middle, and that one bobbled and losing streak of 5 straight games at this point in the season, the same as Toronto ended their year.
Miss Hankin really represents those relationships that matter most to Adams, the ones built on genuine care.
Yeah, we all need a little bit of support like that in our lives. I love those pictures too. He certainly played with that kind of inspiration and wants to end the season on a high note here. Is on 2nd down, this one incomplete. Every sport on the planet being played in the same building here this evening. He is in the house, and so is Keandre Smith. That's Smith in motion into the backfield once again. Helps pick up the blitz, and Mitchell finds an open receiver. Greg Bell catches it, spins away from first contact, and dives forward. Needed to get to the 41-yard line. Johnny Augustine as this time quick screen. What hands by Kenny Lawler is kind of an awkward angle. Ball pops out at the end of the play as well, but they'll say he's down. It's Colden looking for his 4th interception of the season. It'll have to wait this time. Over the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown! Tim White's got his 2nd of the ball game, and Bo Levi Mitchell has a new single season career high 36 passing touchdowns in a single campaign. They're dialed in tonight, Luke. I think everybody can see that, especially just the scoreboard, but the way they're executing as we see Keandre Smith once again. And Luke, they leak him out the back door that time.
That's what you try to do. Put different guys at different levels and get them open.
Mitchell complete underneath. As Mark Leggio lines up this field goal with the Toronto Argonauts MOP nominee Nick Arbuckle, who said he always felt like when he came in and was trying to play savior when they were in a tough spot. Did a good job of managing the game. As this time a flag flies as pass is complete.
Offside. Ottawa number 0. It's 5-yard penalty. Remains 2nd down.
Leading receiver for the Ottawa REDBLACKS coming into the ball game. He's at the bottom of your screen in motion. As they'll throw this one intercepted, and James Deshaun Amos getting one earlier than Reggie Stubblefield, and now Peters. So essentially 3 of the 5. Bo Levi Mitchell with a new career high single season, 36 passing touchdowns on the year as he looks to throw here, incomplete. Hoping to make some noise in the CFL playoffs. Schultz, deep drop, looks into a window, throw that one complete. Coach Scott Milanovic is making the play that changed the Tiger Cats season as they look destined to get the number 1 seed. They'll take the snap and play. Why not? Final week of the regular season, not making the playoffs. Matthew Schultz will use his legs and slides his way down. Back to battle here on 2nd and 15. Schultz looking underneath, knocked down. Casey Sales will get credit for it from 38 yards away. And this, and a bit of a drifting wind, will go wide. Matthew Schultz goes to work with pressure coming here and rips this one. Arm strength on display. Stavros Katsantonis. Hamilton was outrushed 155-6 in the first half against Calgary a couple weeks ago. So not able to get their own game going, and Diedrich Mills kind of had his way. And Devin was like, yeah, he's on my team. Like we're kind of the quarterbacks of the offense and the defense, and his friends were kind of awestruck by Bo and the legendary status of his career from Calgary as Schultz takes off and runs, cuts back against the grain. And what a good job by Matthew Schultz. Schultz, run look. Now rolls to his right, checks underneath. Williams Stanback in the ball game on 2nd and goal from the 3. Take the stand back. Schultz trying to get away, looks to throw, and the ball pops out. And it's into the waiting hands of Braxton Hill.
The ruling is that the ball carrier was down by contact at the 6-yard line. After the play, objectional conduct. Hamilton number 58. It's a non-restricted foul. It's first down at the 1 yard line for Ottawa.
For Matthew Schultz and the Red Blacks offense, they thought they had just taken it away, and now the Red Blacks are in the end zone. So Schultz gets to rip it into the turf here at Hamilton Stadium in his storied career, which obviously leads to, 36 touchdown passes in a single season. As Mitchell looks to the outside here and floats this one. DeAndre Smith, would be fitting that number 89 tracks down the guy who played in the iconic 89 Grey Cup.
So it is pretty cool. Milt's Eagles is probably the win against the Edmonton Elks at the end of the game.
Lots of ones that stick with you forever. Wind down the regular season, just like Ottawa and Hamilton, ready to do so midway through the fourth quarter as Matthew Schultz in the game. Tyree Adams was the starter, and now Schultz throwing down Phillip Osai.
8th sack of the season.
Schultz looks quick underneath, complete. Desperation time, trying to create some positive momentum. And this one tipped up in the air and intercepted. Braxton Hill's got it at the 40. Daniel Adeboboye brings him down at the 30. They're going to move to 11-7 on the year. Devin Verisuk, that group has been completely overhauled, recreated. Mitchell looking into the end zone and was trying to go. Mark Leggio comes back out yet again. And rips this through the uprights, and this play should be a madhouse. For the East Final as well, planning the blackout. And Luke will... on third down.
Sell tickets. They get to make sure that you get as many guys healthy as possible. And another interception.
And Braxton Hill
having a day.
Got himself another one here. 11-7 as Bob Dice and the now 4-14 Ottawa Red Blacks wind out their season. But Mitchell in his MOP candidate season will head to the East Final directly without having to play in the semi.